Hello, this is Tabitha's mom. Today she is going to be showing you how she did this beautiful vertical ombre with these bright colors and this cuticle bling. She's going to show you the different products that she used in her techniques and how she acquired this look. It's a very beautiful set that'll be nice for the summer. So hope you enjoy her work. And as always, when you get done seeing the video, like and subscribe.
Okay, look at you. You guys, leave my mom a round of applause emoji below because it took more time and effort than you probably think for her to get that intro. And that little tapping sound, that was her trying to figure out how to stop the recording. But she just wanted to make a little guest appearance via voice on one of my videos. So thank you, Mom. So this video is a little different. It's going to just be me designing the nail. So I've already laid the acrylic, filed and shaped, and you see I'm scrubbing the dust off the cuticle area. So if you want to see how I do all that, watch any of my other many Watch Me Work videos. So her set, you can see it has the two different colors. In all actuality, I could have done all of the white or the sheer white acrylic because these bright, vibrant colors need that white base to stand out. I did the nude ones beforehand at first, and then I was like, oh crap, I need white for these neon, and specifically the neon yellow because it is so sheer. So I could have done all white on all of them. The ones with the base nude, they didn't hurt anybody being nude because they're saturated colors. So these are all the colors I used for this set. Please feel free to stop, pause, rewind, and take them down. Most of them are Madam Glam with the exception of that Orly glow stick color, which I need to get a new bottle of. I have had that color for years now. So definitely get good use of it, but it is sheer, but it is very, very neon. So it's a very good color, but keep that in mind. So you either want to use a white gel polish base or a white acrylic or something just to make that stand out so you don't have to use 1,200 coats of it. I chose to go with a white acrylic base so I didn't have 2 layers of white gel polish, 2 to 3 layers of the neon gel and then top coat and then blah, blah, blah. So you can cut some thickness out and just that rounded look from your gel polish application by doing your actual structure of your nail, like your acrylic or your builder gel in white or a sheer white, like I did. And the sheer white I'm using, the sheer white acrylic I used was Soft Touch from Valentino Beauty Pier, if you're curious. So this video is very repetitive. It's a vertical ombre, and I'm just blending. I'm going in the color order that I decided. And it's going to be blending with the next color with its previous color. So I went green, yellow, yellow, orange, orange, pink, pink, purple, so on and so forth. So I just wanted to do a video of the design because vertical ombres are in. If you haven't noticed, if you haven't got with it, get with it. And I wanted y'all to see the process over and over and over, and maybe you can see how it's done so you can, better perfect it. So as you can see, I'll lay one color on one side of the nail, and then I'll go in and I'm using these brushes, especially towards the middle of the nail, pretty dry. And you can't see off camera to the side of me. I am wiping the brushes off. I have a paper towel and it has like a billion wipe strokes just because you don't want to contaminate your jar of polish first and foremost. But also you get a better blend when you have a drier brush because you're able to pull that color and mix the whatever 2 colors you're mixing. You're able to grasp onto it better to help facilitate that blend. It's almost like you're dragging that color. Because the brush is so dry, you're dragging the color together And so you're able to literally want to mix the colors. So for a simplistic example, if you're doing red and blue, you want to pull that color in the middle, or wherever you're doing a blend, you want to pull it through until you make purple, because red and blue make purple. So that's what you're looking for, is literally to mix those colors. So if we're doing orange on the left side, pink on the right, I'm pulling that through till I get basically a coral color, because that would essentially be the mix of orange and pink. So that's what I'm looking for. And I keep on pulling that color through with that brush until I get literally a mix. Now, when you're doing this, you want to consider, and I say this all the time, you always want to consider your color wheel and what colors you're placing next to each other. Now, you don't want to do like a red and a green, because again, we're mixing these colors together. They're not laying, like shearing out. It's different when you're doing acrylic, because it dries and you're not literally mixing colors together when you're doing, certain ombres with acrylic. But when you're doing gel polish ombres, you're literally looking for these colors to blend and make a different color in the middle. When you mix red and green together, or orange and blue, or purple and yellow, those mix and give you a brown or a muddy color. And unless that's literally what you're looking for, you want to stay away from it. So if a client wants that, you may want to advise them that it may not give you the best look just because of what those colors are. Go ahead and do your reds and your oranges, your reds with your pinks, and your red with yellow, because when you mix those colors, it gives you a nice and pretty, secondary color. Well, not technically secondary color, but it gives you a nice blend of those two colors. So please consider that when you're doing these blends. And if you need more information, go on Google. Google is your friend, I tell you all the time. And see, your color wheel and study your complementary colors, your, secondary, and all those type of things, a whole little art school lesson. So back to the video, I'm showing y'all these blends so many different times because I just want you to be able to see it over and over again and hopefully understand the process, the movements, and how I'm getting that blend. Now, when it comes to designs, you want to consider the overall look. It's like I'm trying to teach y'all like art school and, color theory and everything. So with this look, I did not like this teal color with the overall look of the rest of the nails. It wasn't bad, but I just didn't like it. My client didn't say anything about it, but I felt it would look much better with a primary blue, which is basically like the color, something similar to the color of my gloves you can see in the video. I just felt like it would look just so much better with it. It was just like a certain look I felt like we got once we stuck that blue in the mix of everything. So on my own, I decided to mix that color and place it over the top of the Pacific, or that teal color. So you'll see right here, I'm going to go in like I would with my second layer. But instead, because I didn't make a mistake, I made a design change. I'm doing that same blend, same process, because the teal and the blue are real close to each other, layered just fine. I'm going to be going over with that blue and just doing that switch. Easy. I ended up doing 2 coats with that primary blue just to make sure I had a nice and good blend, so we don't see any of the brush strokes. Like I said, every one of these nails, I did at least 2 coats for most of them. I don't want to bulk up the nails, and we didn't need that many coats because Madam Glam is pretty good. Now, this blue is not Madam Glam. It's a product that I'm testing out, but you can use Color Club's Bright Night. It's a great color that's similar if you're just looking for a similar color. So I just want to show you guys a clip of my napkin. That's just a small little corner, and I just kept on wiping my brush. I had a whole big napkin full of brush strokes. So just, you really want to make sure you're constantly wiping that brush always. So next I want to show you guys why I used a third color for this nail. It's because that neon yellow and that blood orange, of course they mix together to make a, you know, a decent color, but it was just that orange is very, very saturated. So using that sheer orange, that Screaming Summer, it's a very sheer translucent color. It helped blend that neon yellow with that orange. So on the left is without it, on the right is with it, and you can see how much better that blend is. And it's because that color would be what you would mix that neon yellow and that orange and get. So it just 100% helped with that blend. So just a little tip. So next we're getting to crystals, everybody's favorite part, or at least mine. We're using Swarovski crystals as always, crystal AB in size 5, 7, 9, and 12. So I'm using a crystal glue to hold down my stones and my beads. It's my best way, especially when I'm using beads. I feel like you have to use a crystal glue. So you want to make sure with any brand that you're using that you're burying the edges of the crystals in that glue like a prong setting. So I was trying to decide between the gold little caviar beads in between the crystals and the silver, and I couldn't decide. So I did 1/2 gold, 1/2 silver, just trying to get that design together and what gave us a better vibe, what gave me a better vibe. So I asked my client, and just to give you a little behind the scenes of the interaction and the decision making, here's our conversation. What do you think? The silver looks better or the gold? You see the beans?
Mm-hmm. I like the way you have it half and half.
You like the half and half?
Yeah.
I started trimming. So as you heard, my client, she wanted to do both colors, half and half. So I just switched back and forth between the two colors. Each nail was half gold and half silver. And I would do the left side of some nails, the right side of other nails. And I just switched back and forth every other nail. So I'm just showing you again the process up real close of how I'm burying the edges of those crystals. I'm sinking them into that gel glue. There's so many different gel glues on the market. But a lot of it, sometimes people are like, oh, I don't like it, it doesn't work. Sometimes it's application. It's how you're using the product and not necessarily the product itself. You want to make sure you have a good amount for it to sink into. You want it, that's the key thing with any gel glue that you're using. You want to sink whether it's the bead, the crystal, whatever, into it. Now, I'm not going over the edge on top of the bead. On top of the crystal, because it will take away the sparkle. You can go on top of these beads all day. Matter of fact, make sure you top coat your beads or any metal charm, because that's going to help them last and keep their color. So, but the crystals, you never want to get top coat your crystal glue on top of it, but up to the lip, the edge of it, and set it again like a prong setting, like how a diamond is set. It's on the very edges of that stone, but never taken away from that sparkle. So once I've done all my nails, I'm going in with my top coat. I'm trying out another top coat. You guys, I try out stuff to make sure it's good. And once I know I like it, I share it with you guys. I don't want to share all this stuff in the video. You go out and buy it and I'm like, oh, it's not good. And now you've purchased it because you see me use it in the video. I'm not rocking like that. So once I know something is great and phenomenal, I'll share it with you guys. Don't be mad at me. I'm just trying to help y'all. Save y'all some money. So I'm top coating all the nails. And then after I top coat them, I'm going right up to those stones. I'm top coating over those beads, but not on my crystals. So you see I'm pushing that product up to those stones and kind of almost flooding those beads, but never on top of the stones. So then I'm going to go in with a little detail brush in my top coat, and I'm going to go around the back towards the cuticle area and in between all my stones, as you can see, again, over those beads to protect that color and make sure they're locked in. You're not taking away any sparkle from these stones. And then that helps keep hair and any clothing or anything from snagging. But always keep them off your crystals. And I hear people say that the top coat will come off in a few days if you get it on top of it. Okay, but your client's not going to like the look of that they just spent $70, $100, and $150 on stones that don't sparkle until 3 to 5 business days. So just don't get it on there. Just try your darndest not to do it. So after that, that's the end. We applied our cuticle oil. And we got some good pictures. I love, love, love this set. I hope you love it. And again, if you want to know my prep work, how I apply my acrylic, everything like that, watch any of my other Watch Me Works. this was just a design video just to show you guys how I think about my designs, how my customers input, and just how we came up with the gold and the silver situation, just a little behind the scenes. So don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll know when I upload a video. And give my mom her props for her little intro, you guys. She loves y'all. I know y'all love seeing her design, so you know, give her a little something emoji, a little something cute. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you always. Bye.